Hi, and welcome to the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel. My name's Ford from Son of a Stitch, and this week I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take you on a tour of the portable stitching kit of a professional cross stitcher. Here at Caterpillar Cross Stitch, we are all about cross stitch, and we upload helpful and, sometimes entertaining videos about it every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos. And if you like this video in particular, make sure you give it a like and leave me a comment down below so I know I should do more things like it. Likewise, if you have a question you'd like to see me answer or something you'd like to see me address on the channel, leave that in the comments as well, and I'll add it to the list of ideas for future videos. But before we go too far, I do want to remind you to join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch VIP Stitch Club. When you join, you'll get 10% off your first order, you'll get a digital download of our top 10 cross-stitching tips, and you'll get a free ebook with 8 free PDF cross-stitch patterns in it. So make sure you hit the link down there in the description and get all of those great perks. I love it when I am at a dinner party or some other function and the inevitable question starts going around the room of, what do you do for a living? And it gets to me and I get to say, I'm a professional cross-stitcher. I always get a lot of questions and people are really interested in that. And sometimes it turns to the topic of the things that I carry around with me in order to stitch, because if I'm at a dinner party, let's be honest, I probably brought my project with me and I'm going to be stitching on it because it helps me focus on conversation. It's one of the reasons that I stitch. So people start asking about some of the slightly odd things that I carry around with me in my project box. So I'm going to show you the same thing as well. So first of all, this is my project box. It's a great place to put stickers, which is the inevitable millennial dilemma of where do I put this great sticker? Flossbox is something I'm going to keep pretty much forever, so it's a great place to put those stickers. So let's dive in and I'll show you what I'm carrying. First thing you notice, of course, is the photo booth picture of me and my girlfriend, because we cute. And then I'll be carrying the floss for whatever project that I'm working on. Obviously working on something using a rainbow palette most recently. And I can't find this exact floss box to show you where you can buy it, but I found something fairly similar and I have ordered some of those for myself, and I'll put a link down there in the comments so where you can find it. But I love that it has these removable dividers here because different projects have different numbers of floss, and so I can keep them from falling over by just moving these dividers around and giving myself more or less space. I'm going to take a pause just a second here because this is probably my last chance to tell you about the Caterpillar Stitch Retreat 2024. It's happening in June at a luxurious 4-star hotel in the heart of Birmingham, UK, which makes it very easy to reach via any form of transportation that you might use to get there. It's also a little easier to access because there is a payment plan available to help spread that cost out for you. And most people who are going say that they're going alone. So if you're worried that you don't have anybody to go with, don't let that be a reason that you miss out on this, because everyone who's going is going to meet new, fun, and interesting people. So you could be one of them. And you don't want to miss out on the exclusive kit, project, and needle minder that will only be available at the retreat. So hit the link down there in the description to get your tickets. There are still some left, but that might not be true by the time we speak again. So if you're thinking about it, jump off the fence and act now. And then on this extra divider over here, I've got an extra needle minder, and on that I keep a pin. Anytime I need to do fractional stitches or French knots, I often need to manually poke a hole in the fabric, and a nice sharp pin can really help with that. In case I run out and have to bobbinate a new skein of floss, I do also have a handful of spare floss bobbins in here. And you'll notice that those have got those orthodontic rubber bands on there, which are the only way to keep some of these metallic flosses on the bobbin. Very handy thing to have. Moving down into the larger compartment here, you'll see, of course, I've got my handy bottle of Fray Check, which is something that I pretty much always carry with me. Extremely important when you're working with metallic or satin floss. Check out the videos that I did about both of those recently to see how to use that. Of course, I've also got my handy needle threader here. You'll see ones in the store that have the handle looks like a little silver coin instead of this little red handle. Those do not work, and they will break the first time you try to use them, so don't even bother. But these ones with the little red handles work okay. I've also got this little collapsible metal-toothed comb here, which I don't use for stitching all that often. Actually, most of the time I use it to style my mustache, and mustache this epic does not happen by accident, so. If you follow the channel, you've probably also seen my little needle case before, but again, I'll put a link in the comments for it. I love this one because it will handle almost any size of needle, and I can carry around with me a kit of them. And I have everything in here from a giant darning needle on down to like a size 24 tapestry needle. Now that one's a ball tip, but. And it keeps them all tidy, and the way that it drops out like that makes it really easy to select the one that I'm looking for, so I really like that. Of course, I've got my trusty Sharpie here. I use that to mark my bobbins. I'll use that to make notations on my pattern of things that I need to change or things that I did change, that kind of stuff. I'm going to make a video soon about my notation pattern for my bobbins and the organization system that I use for embroidery floss, so keep an eye out for that. Now, in the instance of visits from the dreaded frog, and I did make a video about frogging recently as well, so check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. I do also have my seam ripper. Very important to be extremely careful when frogging with a seam ripper because it is easy to dig this point underneath your fabric and actually cut the fabric that you're working with. So you want to be really careful, but especially for stitches that you've totally finished and tied off, seam ripper is extremely essential tool. And then, of course, my embroidery scissors. I do like these nice traditional ones from Ginger that are in the shape of a stork. There's a really interesting story behind why they're shaped as storks as well, and that's one of the videos that I'll be making soon. And you'll notice that the scissors didn't fall down into the box, and that's because I've customized it slightly here with a neodymium magnet that I have just glued to the outside of the floss box. That keeps my scissors from falling over, rattling around, getting dinged up, and dinging up the inside of my box as well. And then, of course, over here I have my compartment for pieces of floss that are too short to keep. It's where I keep all of my little scraps, and then I change it out when I finish with a given project, so that all the colors that are in there will be colors that are in the project that I'm working on. That way, if I need a little scrap piece to just do 1 or 2 stitches, I'll be able to find one that matches. I'll also routinely use them to use the end burying trick that I showed you in my floss chicken episode. That's what the scraps come in handy for as well. I keep them mostly just out of nostalgia and fun, but I did also use them to stuff the biscornu that I made. So check out the video on that one too. Real greatest hits episode today. So those are all the things that I keep in the box. But of course I carry the project around in a bag with me. So let me show you that and what's in there. And personally, I don't have that many friends that cross stitch, so I had to seek elsewhere for community. And online communities really became a lifesaver for me as far as learning about cross stitch, igniting my passion for it, and giving me a place to bounce ideas off of people and learn from other people's experience. There's an amazing community that has grown up around the Caterpillar cross stitch brand, mostly located in the Facebook group and in the following of the Instagram. So I highly recommend that you go and check both of those out because it's a really, really tremendous resource, and you're really missing out if you're not in those spaces. My cute little Caterpillar cross stitch travel bag is starting to look a little dirty, but that's okay because its purpose is to keep the project clean, so that means it's working. Of course, it's clear on the back side, and so I just stuff my pattern in there so that when I'm working outdoors or whatever, it can't blow away, which is super convenient. But then we've got this little zippered pocket on the front here where I keep all my accessories. So first is my book light that I use when I'm stitching in places that are too dark, which is pretty frequently. That comes in very handy. I've got my little ruler that you've probably seen me use in a few of my recent episodes. This is actually kind of a new addition to my project bag. I bought this for this specific purpose. And of course, possibly my quirkiest, but my signature accessory is a nice pair of bamboo chopsticks. This allows me to eat those cheese dusty snacks that I love, or really anything else, without having to wash my hands or worrying about getting my project dirty. So this is a really handy accessory to have. If you're not very good at using chopsticks, you can get the ones that are attached together or whatever, but super, super handy. So that's it. That covers all the things that I carry around with me at all times as part of my stitching kit. What do you have that I don't carry with me? Do you have something weird in your project bag? Let us know in the comments. Other than that, I do want to thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. For Caterpillar Cross Stitch, my name is Ford, and I will see you next time.
Hi, have you heard about Love It Stitch It yet? You can design and shop the cross stitch patterns you've always wanted. Love It Stitch It is an easy to use design tool and exclusive cross stitch marketplace, giving you the freedom to create, sell and shop all in one place. You can design anything that you like, add text, upload and convert pictures and artwork. You can design the cross stitch patterns of your dream. You can download them for personal use, or you can upload them onto the marketplace, designed by cross stitchers for cross stitchers, jam-packed with some gorgeous cross stitch patterns from designers all over the world. If you're not interested in designing or selling, that's totally fine too. Just visit the marketplace and you can shop from hundreds of beautiful cross-stitch patterns so you can pick your next project. Are you already a cross-stitch designer, but maybe you're fed up of other marketplaces, maybe not getting the sales that you deserve, maybe not getting your patterns seen as much as you'd like? Then let us help. You can easily register for free and get uploading your PDF patterns with absolutely no fees whatsoever. Let us then market your gorgeous designs that you've put all of your work into to over 185,000 dedicated cross stitchers from all over the world. We will absolutely do our best to get your patterns seen and into the right hands of people that we know will absolutely love stitching them. As a designer, you can easily list your PDF patterns for sale, no matter which software you use to design them. Our job is to make cross-stitch design accessible to all. There's nothing to upgrade, there's nothing to download. It's really easy to use and beginner friendly. We also wanted to create the marketplace to bring sellers and buyers together so that it's really easy and such an enjoyable experience to shop all of the high quality verified designs on the platform, but also to give those amazing designers a place to really showcase their creativity. So visit loveitstitchit.com today and register for free. Stitch what you love and free your creativity.